Neste mês, o chefe português José Avillez vai dar-nos a conhecer a melhor comida e hospitalidade que o seu país tem para oferecer. E Lisboa vai ser a anfitriã da maior comemoração do ano.
Actually, it's kind of incredible to be here. When I smell the sardines grilling on the grill, I know I'm in St. Anthony's Week. This is Lisbon.
Esta é uma das mais antigas cidades da Europa e as suas ruas soalheiras encontram-se repletas de história. Estendendo-se ao longo de 7 colinas, Lisboa oferece vistas fantásticas para o Rio Tejo e um vislumbre de séculos passados.
It's a beautiful city. It has incredible light because of the reflection of the river, the reflection on the tiles, on the walls. When I have the opportunity to be also a tourist in Lisbon, I found out that every time Lisbon is more beautiful even than I think. The vibe of an old country, but an antique country with a lot of history, with a lot of stories to tell.
Histórias essas com origem em aventureiros que deixaram estas costas para partirem à descoberta e que voltaram com novas ideias relativas à cultura e à culinária.
What I think for me the most important thing is when you go to a country, when you travel to some destination, you can still feel what's the country identity. And the food in Portugal, you can feel that culture and that identity, that Portuguese identity.
José Avillez é um dos grandes nomes do mundo culinário português. As melhores receitas e ingredientes de Portugal encontram-se apresentados de forma criativa no Bel Canto, o seu restaurante e um local onde a cozinha tradicional é revisitada e reinterpretada.
This is a take of Portuguese cuisine right now, inspired in all discoveries of the Portuguese people from since like 600 years ago. Inspired in all our landscapes, all our food culture, all our ingredients, but with our take. To try to transmit what is the Portuguese gastronomy now.
Em 2014, o Bel Canto recebeu a sua segunda estrela Michelin e foi o primeiro restaurante de Lisboa a obter essa tão ambicionada distinção.
I'm always saying that it's quite easy to be very good once. It's quite easy to be very good twice. But to be very good every day, every lunch, every dinner, for every guest, that's not so easy. And it's our big challenge to continue to have these standards every time. The most important thing for me is to create these special moments for the people that sit at our tables. And the smile in our guest's face, it's what gives me strength every morning when I'm very tired to get up and to come to work, to come to my life. It's not only coming to work, it's coming to my life.
A cultura portuguesa não é comemorada apenas nas cozinhas dos chefes. Nas ruas do Centro Histórico de Lisboa, estão em curso os preparativos para o Santo António, a maior celebração do ano. A cada mês de junho, uma festa em honra desse santo traz às ruelas calçadas da cidade uma imensidão de decorações coloridas e de iguarias.
We are in Alfama now, one of the most typical neighborhoods in Lisbon, one of the hot spots of the festivals of St. Anthony's. This food, these traditions, and it's like you see a lot of people around tables having beer, sangria, wine, with roasted sardines, grilled sardines, with the peppers, with the salad, everything. That's, for me, when I start to feel this smell, I know I'm in Lisbon. When you think about Sant Antonio and this festival, you always think about food. It's a party, a festival of the city. It's stronger than Christmas. People are very proud of this. People are on the streets. Even 1 week before it starts, they are nervous because there's a big competition about it. They are having fun. You don't imagine that somebody is a lawyer, other works in a bank, other works in the supermarket. They are very different people. But then they put that outfit and they are ready for action. It's beautiful. Very simple, but very unique and very authentic.
Já a seguir, o chefe vai ficar frente a frente com algum do melhor marisco de Portugal.
I'm fighting with the octopus. Great catch, huh?
Os pescadores de Cascais começam o seu dia ainda antes do sol raiar. O chefe José Avillez fez uma viagem de 30 minutos entre Lisboa, a capital portuguesa, e esta pequena cidade costeira, para acompanhar os mesmos à medida que se fazem ao mar para apanhar polvo, uma iguaria local.
I was born 5 minutes from the sea, from the beach here in Cascais. Most of my food has this flavor and this aroma of the sea. We're here with Jojo and his team, one of the best fishermen, octopus fishermen in Cascais. I always love to come here to be with these people, to feel the sea and to feel actually the identity of the people, and to be able to connect with the nature is very important for me also.
O mar sem fim é português, escreveu o poeta do século XIX, Fernando Pessoa, como forma de tributo à época áurea dos descobrimentos, em que marinheiros exímios dominaram as ondas e criaram o primeiro império mundial.
We know that it was from the sea that we depart to discover many countries, and it was from the sea that many people arrived. But I think we have that pride, and it's good.
Estas águas permitiram dar asas à imaginação dos portugueses durante séculos, e as suas mais de 200 espécies de peixe estimulam as papilas gustativas deste povo.
We have maybe some of the best seafood in the world, and it's also very important for our economy, our people. So I think it's special to be here and to be here with this team, and they go out every night from Monday to Friday. They do all the time this process. They take out the cages, they take out the octopus if it has, and put the bait inside. We are using mackerel here. Great food for the octopus because we have a lot here. It's cheap.
Os pescadores usam também vasos chamados alcatruz, que são deixados no leito do mar durante a noite. Os polvos abrigam-se nos alcatruzes e os pescadores apanham-nos quando retiram os mesmos da água.
So they're taking out the alcatruz from the water, just hoping that the octopus is still sleeping at this time for us to be able to catch the first one. Because of the temperature of the water, you have the saltiness, the flavor of this. Also the flesh is very firm. It's good to connect with the nature. I'm fighting with the octopus. Great catch, huh?
Após uma manhã atarefada, os pescadores voltam a Cascais com cerca de 500 quilos de polvo. O marisco apanhado cá terá como destino locais bastante longínquos.
We have one of the best seafoods in the world. We sell to Japan, sell to the United States, to England, to everywhere. I know that our many American chefs are only buy the Portuguese fish, the sardines, the sea bass, many fish that coming from Portugal. We are a very small country, but with a huge sea. And with especially a huge tradition to live in the sea, to work with the sea.
Apesar de Cascais se ter tornado num popular destino turístico, as tradições da sua comunidade pesqueira mantêm-se inalteradas. Os pescadores reúnem-se todos os dias para partilhar o melhor da apanha e preparam pratos que põem em evidência o paladar natural do que o mar lhes proporciona.
Yes, every day. If it's winter, they eat inside. If it's summer, they eat outside. Every day during lunchtime, they get together. They are working since the morning, very early in the morning. They have lunch here. They eat fish every day, beautiful fish, and then they go back to work. We prepare a caldeirada, a Portuguese stew. It's very typical from Portugal, with fishes from our shore, the monkfish, the rockfish, the skate fin. This is a symbol of getting together, eat at the same table. This is a fisherman's dish that they eat every week. We have the father already. Hard life here. I come and they make me do all the work. No, I'm kidding. And now I'm going to eat too. Huh? Marvelous. To be around the table is very important for us. We're here with great friends of mine. They are suppliers, they work in the sea. People that I met 20 years ago, some that met my grandfather, my grandparents, my father. I'm always playing with them because they don't know what meat is, because they eat fish every day. But you see, they're happy, huh? Having a caldeirada, they're very happy. Cascais is a very small village. These days, getting bigger, but most of the people know each other. So I have friends almost everywhere, and so I feel always very welcome here. It's always great to come back and to see all these people, because with my work every day, sometimes I don't have time to be with them. And when I come here, I feel always at home.
A 1 hora de Lisboa, a capital de Portugal, encontra-se a verdejante região de vinhos de Lisboa. O chefe, detentor de uma estrela Michelin, José Avillez, encontra-se a caminho de uma das suas vinhas preferidas.
Zé,
Hi, Zé.
tá bom? Bem?
How are you?
Great, pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here.
Very nice to welcome you here again.
Oh, my pleasure.
A Quinta do Monte Douro, um negócio familiar, é propriedade de José Bento dos Santos, um amigo do chefe. José é também apreciador de boa comida e já cultiva videiras nestes terrenos há mais de 25 anos.
This is a unique vineyard because the plants were picked up one by one from the old vineyards in Côte-du-Rhône. Actually, we have very nice flowers here, and this will be one bundle of grapes.
Esta região é conhecida por produzir vinhos fantásticos há já 400 anos e Bento dos Santos estudou exaustivamente solos e castas francesas, tais como Syrah e Viognier, para perceber como melhor as adaptar ao terroir e para conferir ao seu vinho uma complexidade única.
We try to produce gastronomic wines to go with the food. Lisbon wines on the 19th century were the most known Portuguese wines known all around the world. Why? Because we are here we have here a terroir, we have this wind which is very important, but at the same time we have the freshness of the sea which is 20 kilometers far from us. So this combination of climate, terroir, creates conditions to produce marvelous wines.
I'm doing this party of Sant Antonio. I'm serving sardines and some octopus. What do you recommend for?
Well, I think that a really great white wine, like this one that we have here, you can see the color. It's produced in a concentrated way, and then you have a fresh air. You have a kind of like if you are close to the sea, and that's something that will enforce the taste of the sardines.
So in fact, it's a beautiful wine. Of course, you can feel the freshness, the acidity. It has body. You are almost chewing the wine. The special thing is you are feeling it, and it goes well with our food for sure.
I used to say that if the sardines, it was not so cheap like they are, they will have the same taste value of caviar.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Em Lisboa, o odor a sardinhas assadas invade as ruelas. A cidade organizou a sua maior festa do ano para homenagear Santo António, um santo português. A festa encontra-se no seu auge e o chefe dirige-se ao Mercado da Ribeira, o maior mercado de produtos alimentares frescos da cidade.
Every time I travel, when I have only like 2 or 3 days, instead of going to museums, I go to the market. So what I think is that the market reflects Portuguese culture. But you can see all the fish is very fresh.
As sardinhas são essenciais ao Santo António. E esta peixeira chega a vender 500 quilos desse mesmo peixe gordo nos dias que o antecedem.
They need to be like this. You catch a sardine and it's firm. It's firm, it's getting fat. You have the eye very clean also, and people love it. I think right now it's the most emblematic fish in Portugal, but actually we have it for like 3-4 months maximum. The season of the sardines starting now, finishing October, November, depends. And now it's not possible to celebrate St. Anthony without sardines. Big bag. Beijinho.
Tchau.
Agora que José Avillez já tem o peixe, está na hora de comprar outras iguarias. A Manteigaria Silva, a sua mercearia preferida, tem o seu armazém cheio de produtos portugueses há já mais de um século.
Tá bom? Disposto? Tudo bem. We have some of the best Portuguese cheese here. We have the charcuterie, the Portuguese charcuterie, the chorizos, all the hams and everything. This is a very important place for me, and the work they do here is very important for us as chefs. He's connecting with the suppliers, with the producers, and he promotes what Portugal has best. And he's always generous like this. We're going to buy here some things also for our St. Anthony's party.
Agora é a vez de José Avillez nos mostrar aquilo que é para si a hospitalidade portuguesa.
So right now, in this exact minute and for this whole week, all around the city, people are grilling sardines for rich to poor people in front of their houses, in like big squares, selling the restaurants. This is Lisbon. This is Lisbon.
Juntamente com as sardinhas assadas, José Avillez vai servir os enchidos e queijos comprados na mercearia e o polvo que apanhou a quando da sua ida a Cascais.
We brought it to the kitchen, we clean it, we freeze it for 24 hours, and now it's better because it's more tender. I'm going to prepare a salad. I have here some tentacles already cut in slices. So my grandfather always said that the salad must be seasoned by a miser and mixed by a crazy man. So let's do it. Mix very well, all the flavors inside, the onions, the coriander, the octopus, vinegar, olive oil and salt. And it's done, ready to serve, ready to eat. The word comer, that means like to eat with, is all about that. It's to share, to be around the table, to share food with friends, with family, and it's very special.
A banda sonora que acompanha uma refeição tradicional portuguesa é o fado, um estilo musical pautado por melancolia e angústia e um dos grandes tesouros portugueses. Cuca Roseta, amiga de José Avillez e cantora de renome, encontra-se a atuar nesta celebração.
And we have great young fado singers, and it's incredible to see the passion about the Portuguese people. When you are eating Portuguese food, when you are hearing fado, you can feel the identity of Portugal, the identity of Lisbon. If you come to Lisbon, you should at least listen to one fado to understand a little bit our culture. It's not sad, it's like emotional, sentimental. To be able to be all around a table to laugh. I think one of the best things in life is to have fun, and you have fun when you are eating. So to be able to have all these things together, I love it. I love it.
Aceda a cnn.com/journeys para saber mais acerca da experiência culinária vivida por José Avillez durante o Santo António e partilhe as suas aventuras gastronómicas utilizando a hashtag CNN Food.